Okay.
I don't, is my light dimming down? Or my lighting is good. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Hello there. I'm Levi. This is Maurice. You can find him at Big Daddy Mo. You can find me at EL-SCRIBBLER. Yeah, welcome to Words of Personality. Last of Us episode 9, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see the finale.
Oh my gosh. Okay, did it feel like Blade to you? You know how Blade was born while his remember his mother was bitten and then he was birthed, so he was half and half. Ellie?
Yeah, talking about Ellie, yeah.
Yeah. So I got that. I was like, oh, it's Blade. It's Blade. It's Blade. But honestly, you go.
I did love that the fact that Ellie's mom is Ashley Johnson, Ellie's voice actor. So it's Ellie giving birth to Ellie. I love that. They need more infected in the show. But I honestly thought, because in the game, they already established at the beginning that Marlene knew Ellie's mom, so she was always taking care of her and whatnot. In the show, they do it to where you just think that she found her somewhere and she realized she was immune, and then here we found out that they actually knew her, knew the mom. I'm not gonna lie, I thought she was actually gonna leave her to turn. I was just like, damn, bitch. That's way worse than killing her. Actually, killing her would be a service. So I'm glad that she actually turned around and did the job. But let's be real. If Marlene knew that Anna was bit before Ellie got detached, she probably would have left the baby. Well, not left the baby, but she probably would have maybe killed the baby or something.
Yep.
Because that motherfucker's infected. But I don't know. What did you think about the whole opening? We finally got a cold opening.
I liked the opening. I did. I enjoyed it, but it's just like it didn't feel like it really belonged. Because so far, we got that in the beginning where we got something fun, unique, original, thrown in the beginning of the first 2. They got rid of it, and then they bring it back for the last episode. And I really liked those. I liked it here, but at the same time, everything I saw was literally already told to me in the game. And the cold open, again, was like the only good part about it. I was kind of disappointed that.
But don't forget, you got to think about the people that haven't played the game also.
Yeah, but
that's why me, you, and a bunch of others probably hold this to a high standard because of the game.
Well, that's the thing. I was expecting a little bit more, and especially with the fact that the actress said it would split the fan base.
Yeah. I was talking to Fox about that.
Pisses me off because here I was imagining they were going to go some unique route, make something so take it into their own hands. Because I even brought in like Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings at the very end basically went off the trail of the books. Everyone talks about how it's exactly the same as it's not the same as the books because Saruman survived, and what happens is the fact that Saruman goes to the Shire and enslaves the hobbits. That's in the books.
Don't go into a 20-minute rant about the Hobbit.
But they got rid of it. Why? Because it was unnecessary to the story. And here, I actually thought it would be nice if Joel died off. So here, my mind was spinning into various different circumstances that could be. Maybe this could happen. It'd be better. Maybe this could happen. Maybe this could happen. It would be terrible, but it's different. Yeah. And then it comes out to be exactly the same as the game.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought they were probably gonna end up killing Joel also. I'm just like, y'all said like this is gonna divide fans, and y'all did the exact same thing as the game. It didn't divide anything.
No,
so
it gave fans exactly what they wanted. The problem is I'm not a diehard fan like you. I don't really care for the game. I played it and I'm like, it's a cool game, but I played it 8 years after its peak. And I'm like,
okay. So let's go to the beginning. Let's go to the beginning and work our way to the end. I love that starting this episode, Joe is more father-like. If you notice, just how he talks to Ellie and all that interact. I mean, he actually has a sense of humor in this one, where she said, "Okay, so we're going to cut the corner. We're going to go through the skyscraper, then we're going to look around." Was that what you're going to say? What'd he say?
No. I found some dynamite in the house back there. I want to blow this. I wanted to blow the gravel. Seriously? No, we're going to cut through the building. We're going to climb up the skyscraper and we're going to look out. That's just like, yep.
That was perfect. I was like, okay, this boy. But I love those moments. Because, I mean, she was clearly in a funk. And he just kept trying to cheer her up. Even when he, like, with the beef ravioli, you could see the smile, like, hey, I found some beef ravioli. Hey, like, I loved all of that, because it was just like, you know what? Yeah, this is my baby girl. You know, I'm keeping her safe. Like, that's his Sarah now. That, you know.
Yeah, even
I love
the speech when he's talking to her about how it was him who missed his shot. I mean, that they never did that in the game. Nope.
They never mentioned nothing about him being suicidal, none of that.
And that basically proves that she basically, it was like, it wasn't time. He doesn't need to say, it was you that healed me. That goes without saying. That was powerful, because he's all, it wasn't time that healed me. And it's just like, you could see it. And she did an amazing job acting, because she's like choking back the tears. But I got to say, boosting her up, dropping the ladder, running off, scene for scene, shot for shot was from the game. Oh my gosh. I was just like, chasing her down, trying to track her down from what she saw. Oh, I remember that.
And we got the giraffes.
I just kept staring at the warts on the giraffes' heads. We
got the giraffes. That giraffe scene was still great. The only thing that sucked about it was they didn't stand there for 20 minutes like we do in the game.
Oh, I skipped right past it. I did exactly that.
I sit there and I watch, I listen to the music, I enjoy the view, and I'm just like, where y'all going? Why are y'all leaving right now? No, we still got like another 19 minutes to go. That's why the episode should have been about 30 minutes longer, because we all stand at that giraffe scene. At least people with a heart. People with a heart.
I didn't. I jumped straight past. I was like, okay.
You don't have a heart.
I got it, and I took off. I'm like, let's continue with I think because this one I liked a little more, because they didn't do the six. Thing? Yeah, they didn't do the 6 months later thing. I think my biggest issue in the game.
Well, they don't tell us the time. They just show us how time is spent just by looking at the weather. Yeah, the season a bit.
But remember, in the game, it literally says 6 months later. Oh, freaking big print on the screen. And in my mind,
no, they never say the time. They always just say like winter, fall, spring. They never say like 6-7 months later. They always just tell you the season.
Yeah, but that always just made me seem like so much time has passed. Why haven't they worked through connecting? Because they're so distant. And here it's like it could literally be a week later, because you know the transition from snow to green fields is pretty quick as soon as that all melts.
I live in Michigan. Trust me, I know.
Yeah. So it's just like, yep, that's I could believe that. It could literally be just a week later. And
they don't do that here. They don't do the spring, winter. Nope. It just goes to a new season, which I wish they would have did, like, you know, winter, spring. But I like
how it just passes by, and you're either stuck in winter or you're stuck in the season, and just the next scene you're out of it, and it's just like, okay, I got it. They're past. She's been dealing it for a bit. We don't know exactly how long, and it just seemed far natural for him to be trying to be fatherly, him trying to be kind.
And I love that they do. And you know what was bullshit about this whole show though? Not once. You know what? They did give us it. They just didn't do it right. The pallets.
Yeah,
the pallets.
Where he's standing on the pallets to give her a boost.
Yeah, I was like,
I saw those.
Cheap.
I saw those, and I'm like, hey, work.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, hey, is the ground gonna fall, and then you're gonna have to use the pallet to help her swim? Like, bro, she didn't get a chance to swim one time.
What do you mean?
Time, like, come on.
What do you mean swim?
we wanted that, but yeah, Joe's sitting there trying to, like, you know, saying like, screw it, you should just go back to Tommy's. It's like, bro, after everything y'all been, I don't blame her. Like, after everything we've been through, all the people that we lost. Yeah, it can't be for nothing. There's no way we gonna make it right here and then go right back. In that case, Tess could still be alive, you know?
Yeah.
So, but the hospital scene though. Also, I do like the change up, even the change up to how they got into the hospital. It was one of the Fireflies. I didn't know who they were, even though I do kind of like what we do in the game to where she's, you know, they're damn near drowning and all that. But yeah, I do like that. Marlene is just sitting there like, you know, you are not the Joel I hired. You're a completely different person now. Which, what can you expect? The stuff that they've been through in the past couple months. Because remember, the drop off was only supposed to be like maybe 3 hours away. Ended up being months.
Yeah, and the fact that she talks about her entire crew, she had an entire squad with her, and they were nearly wiped out. She nearly died, and here he basically made it across with just Just Ellie.
Him and the girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, fireflies suck if you think about it.
Yeah. Well,
they probably want to.
They were gonna tear up a little child. They were gonna sacrifice her.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they definitely suck.
Yeah, for real. And you can tell because okay, playing a game when you have to go take out the entire fireflies in the hospital, it was fire. I'm like, yeah, man, pop, pop, let's get it. Watching it here, Joel feels a little evil.
Yeah, well,
it felt evil
because people are putting down their guns. People are asking for you. He still takes them out because he can't risk it. I love the because I still remember going through and shooting that person's silhouette through the glass. And he does it here. He shoots him through the glass. And I'm just like, yep, that's from the game. I just wish they would have gone over his shoulder for like a hall scene as he's walking through the hall, just to make it look like it was in the video game, where you're going through the hall, you're shooting people down. But the way they did it, it's just like Michael Myers walking through a hall, how he's here, then he's there, then he's there, then he's there.
It wasn't like no type of cool action movie. Like all the sound was is it like condensed? Like everything just felt eerie, and I'm just like, man, I thought this scene was gonna be awesome, but it just feels like, wow, like like he's just a psycho right now, and it's just like, damn. he was going through them.
Yeah, that's the
thing.
I
was just like, and then at one point I'm just like, damn, really? He's really taking out a group of fireflies just like that? This crew really sucks.
Yeah. Well, not only that, it's just like, here is a man who had lost all his will to live. He had basically talked about how he's been dealing with PTSD. He's scared, can't breathe sometimes. He vented to Tommy all this stuff. And here, he finally got that reason back. And the fireflies willingly admit that they're gonna take it from him. They openly say that she's prepped for surgery. And it's just like, yeah, that's why did she say any of that? Why?
Yeah. Oh, and what makes it worse is Neil Druckmann confirmed that the fireflies would have indeed made a cure. They would have made a cure. So he really did, just say fuck all of humanity so he can keep Ellie. And that what I love about that is like, what would you do in that situation?
That's the thing. The writer can always say they would have made it clear, but that's just a way to add suspense. Because let's face it, if the story continued, it wouldn't. They would have made it not a cure, and
they easily just retcon that. They easily just retcon that.
Yeah. So,
but even though whether they could or not. There's a possibility.
The problem I have is like after he took Ellie out of the hospital, whatever her name is, I already forgot her name. Marlene, yeah. She's all saying, Ellie would have wanted this. You put her to sleep and put her into surgery immediately. How do you know Ellie would want this? You didn't want her to have a say. That's why you put her to sleep and put her into surgery. Don't talk to Joel as if he doesn't know. Sure, Joel might know what she would choose, but you guys didn't even give Ellie a choice.
Because why would you have to put her to sleep right away?
Exactly.
She's been good for months, for years, for her entire 14 years. So why couldn't you just wait like a good 5 minutes, 10 minutes? Let them interact.
Tell her about it. Let her talk about it. Let her talk to Joel, say her farewells, because she would have done it for the greater good of humanity. But the problem is, Joel knows that Ellie wasn't given a choice. Joel was told that she was put to sleep and is prepped for surgery. Joel is just waking up. And Ellie doesn't get to say goodbye. Ellie doesn't get to say anything. Of course he's going to take her back.
They both took away her choice, though.
Yeah. Because
while Marlene put her to sleep, even though knowing that she could die, she took away that choice for Ellie to be like, okay, I don't know, or, it's for humanity, I do it. Joel, on the other hand, killed everybody, took her away, and then lied to her. And so he also basically took away her choice, because who knows? She probably could have did it. That's why that entire look was just like, there's something fishy about this shit. You telling me that everything you say about the fireflies is true, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But I do like how they cut it the same way the game did. With the, he's about to make a choice, cut straight to the car. You think that, she's at the hospital, and then boom, she's in the back. Oh, Did Joel sound weird when he said you just come after her?
Yeah.
Was that me? Because it was just like,
Yeah.
you just come after her. I was just like, that didn't, I don't know. That sounded a little weird.
Yeah. I think that might have been messed up and they had to do it in post audio.
Yeah. It sounded off.
Yeah. But there was like nothing to this episode in the end. Like, that's one thing that bothered me is like the opening of being Blade. I absolutely loved that opening. But after that, it was like there was nothing there. There are no infected in this series whatsoever. There are like barely any raiders. Joel is like the only real raider in this entire thing as he raids the... Like, he wasn't lying, though. A raider did show up and killed all the fireflies as he saved Ellie. He was the raider. He was the one who raided that location to steal Ellie. Oh,
true.
Overall, I've got to say I'm not happy with it.
The show or the episode?
The show. As a whole, I'm not happy with it. There's no real infected whatsoever. It's in like 3 episodes, maybe 4. Most of the episodes are forgettable completely. There is I just watched Stranger Things. Like, I didn't get on it immediately. Exactly. It's a great show. Like, it's season 2. I just finished it. They introduce Morse code at the beginning. Why? Will is doing Morse code 8 episodes later to try and talk to them, telling them to close the gate.
The lights?
Yeah.
With the Christmas lights?
Yeah. No, that's season 2.
Oh.
Like, to close the gate.
Christmas lights.
Yeah. To close the gate. He's doing Morse code. That's how you do something that's plot relative. That's how you introduce something in the beginning that's relative. You don't say, oh, the fungus is branching across the planet, making it basically a hive mind type thing, and then do nothing with it. It didn't go anywhere. It was only relevant for the episode where they introduced it. Ever since then, it was not relevant. And that pisses me off every time, just like his hearing. It was only relevant for right then. After that,
yeah, because it never really came into play after that.
Exactly.
That's the thing. After that, it never came into play. So it's kind of like you expect that, okay, his hearing is messed up. So maybe, it's really going to come into play. No, it came into play when we needed to introduce Sam and Henry.
That episode.
So that was kind of weak.
That was kind of weak.
Yeah, it was useful for all of 5 seconds.
That's the thing that's basically making me feel that it was poorly executed, because they had so many elements that they could have just hinted at. Like while Ellie's running through the forest, basically the deer stepping over the roots because the deer instinctively knows simple things, absolutely simple things where people grow accustomed to the world. No, it's as if it never existed. It is just, you CGI'd some monkeys. You could CGI a freaking deer avoiding a root system. So all these little things are just...
What would you give the series? Because remember, we're going to talk about the whole show more in depth when Fox jump on.
Yeah.
What would you give the whole series rating out of 10?
I'd give it a 6.
Damn, a 6.
Because if you think about it, like...
You got a calculator?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got 9 episodes. Okay, so I'm giving the first episode easily a 10.
Okay.
Okay, second episode, I fucking loved it. And it gave us some dope ass clicker action. I'm gonna give that a 10 also. I love how they killed off Tess. 3 3's a filler, but it's so good. I'm gonna give that a 9. It was so good. I cried my fucking eyes out. 4
could have been done better though. That's the thing. Of course, everything could always be done better later.
Episode 4, I still really liked, even though they could have added that on to episode 5. I will give that an 8. Episode 5 was fucking fire. I love Sam and Henry. I'm giving. I want to get. I see. This is the thing. I want to give that a 10. I don't want to give that. No, I don't want to give that one lower than a 9. But Sam and Henry, I'm about to give that a 10 also. Is that 3 10s so far?
Yep, that's 3 10s.
Okay. Episode 6 is when we get
that's the
Tommy.
Tommy and
I'm gonna give that an 8. It wasn't bad. I just didn't care for Maria, and the end of the episode was a little rushed and that stupid decision. But it wasn't a bad episode. Also, they didn't execute the scene with you're right, you're not my daughter.
Yeah.
But it's because of what happened beforehand. So they did seem good. It just would have played out better if the lead up was better. So overall, I'm gonna give that an 8.
Okay.
That was episode 6. Episode 7 was Left Behind.
Yeah.
I'm giving that a 7. I'm giving that episode a 7. Episode 8, 9. Episode 8 was easily a 9. David was great. I wish that episode was longer and they would have added in the scene where they helped each other out. Episode 10, I'm giving that a 8, just because. Okay, for some reason, the season finale felt unfinished. It just felt like it was just so damn quick. It was just like, okay, we get the opening, we get them walking, and now they're in the giraffe, and then now they're in the hospital. Joe's killing everybody, and then that's the end of it.
Yeah,
Joe lies.
There was nothing.
So it just felt. So what did I give it? I gave it an 8, right?
Yeah. So
add all that up and divide it by 9.
Dude, I already did it.
All right, what is it?
8.77777. You know, the square root of 7, basically.
Okay, so I guess I'm giving this 8.7 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm surprised I gave it a 6, and probably would give it a 5 if I actually sat down and started talking about each individual episode.
This is the thing. The show would have got a 9.5 if Joe would have blew up Jerry, hit him up with the flamethrower, threw a grenade at his body,
and they stayed at the giraffes for 20 minutes,
and then killed the 2 nurses brutally. Shot them both in the kneecaps, shot that bitch in the stomach, her in the chest, her in the neck, then both of them in the head, and then go back to Jerry and then finish his body off with a flamethrower as Abby comes in and scream, and then you pop that little bitch in the head too. Then the season would have got a 10. Oh yeah, they did give us the giraffes. Bump up episode 9 to a 9.
Okay, so you're at a 9.
No, I'm giving this 8.7. I'm giving this 8.7.
Okay,
but it could have been a lot better. They could have gave us more clickers. Not click. They could have gave us more infected. They could have. As much as I love the Bill and Frank episode, they could have did it the way you said, to where we still would have got those interactions between Ellie and
you
Bill.
leave.
Yes.
You leave. It basically leaves off like in the game where Joel and Ellie are leaving, and Bill literally looks like he's going to commit suicide. You just played the game, right?
Huh? Yeah.
You just played the game?
Well, I haven't finished it, but I've been through that. I saw that part again. I know exactly what you mean.
That look in his eye. Doesn't he look like he's about to take his own life?
Oh, absolutely.
As soon as
he was torn. Because
he sees Joel and Ellie together, and he's that look as they're leaving. I already knew, like, he doesn't have anything left to live for. He's not going to last. That would have been far more impactful. I would have preferred that. There's so many things that could have just been done a tiny bit better, not changed,
absolutely.
And it would have been so much richer. That's the problem. Is I'm looking at it as storytelling.
Overall, would you agree that it's a faithful adaptation?
Yeah, but the thing is, the things that add in to make
still the best. It's still the best video game adaptation. Period. But there is still stuff that they really could have made it a lot better. So I'm agreeing with you, and I'm also disagreeing.
Street Fighter, DOA, Super Mario Bros. Tomb Raider.
DOA was great. I'm voting for Helena. She rocks. I'm about to watch DOA today. Brian loves that. What do you say? Oh, my daughter got a special little friend.
I'm going to leave you guys here. I'm going to leave you. No, Dad, that's not what it is.
Hey, Dad, if y'all have not seen Dead or Alive, it is such a cheesy movie, but it is fucking entertaining, bro.
Gosh.
I love that movie, bro.
It's so bad.
Eric Roberts as the bad guy?
So bad.
Kevin Nash is in it, man. Oh, bro, that's one of my favorites.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat.
That's one of my favorite movies. I can watch that all day.
Yeah, but it's just like there were so many things. Like, I like how it was going more serious, because most video game adaptations, they take the ridiculous route. They make it overly cheesy, overly playful, and it works because people who are going there, they go like, oh my gosh, this is absolute trash, but it's good trash. Mm-hmm. This was supposed to be good, and I'm looking at a storytelling standpoint, and I'm just looking at all the holes that they just poked into it, and I'm like, this thing's gonna leak. You can't. It doesn't hold water. Yeah, it does. Does the defense hold water? Does the fence's case hold water? My cousin Vinny. No, it doesn't.
No, I don't remember that part.
The story doesn't hold.
I just remember I'm a fast cook, I guess. Did you say you were a fast cook? Are you sure about that 5 minutes?
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, okay. You know, I don't want to keep talking about the entire show in general because remember we're going deep into that with Fox.
But that's the thing. It's just like there are so many holes that they poked into this already amazing story that for me brought the story down from what was normally an 8 to me to a 6. Because the things they introduced in the beginning were amazing because they weren't really plot relative or plot devices for that episode. But as they started doing that, I mean, the first time they introduced the fact that it's a hive mind, I got goosebumps. I'm like, this is gonna change the whole world's dynamic.
Yeah.
And then, well,
they didn't do shit with that at all, man.
So that's the thing. It's just like it seemed like this huge relative story piece that Joel explains to Ellie.
Yeah, they did it again. Yeah, I mean, you know, mention that in other videos, but same thing with the his hearing, and then they mention it. It happens at the end for just that split second. I was rewatching some of episode 2, and they mentioned about the roots. You know, they can communicate. Then at the end, Tess shoots the infected, and then that's how all the other infected come. Yep. But then again, that was episode 2, and you don't see that shit ever again.
Well, if you remember, also in episode 3, Ellie stabs the infected at the bottom of that storehouse where he had it kept his stash.
Yeah, wasn't there roots right there?
Yeah. So all these little things, because it's all the infected that are rooted are supposed to be a part of it. So it's all these little things are just
that motherfucker was. Hey, also no, because the one in number 7 that came out of the roots.
Yeah, he like basically Pirates of the Caribbean. Bill from Pirates of the Caribbean.
It kind of reminded me of Zombieland 2, where at the beginning they introduced all these cool ass zombies, only to like ever use them one time.
Yeah.
And that's what's gonna suck. Cause I hope they really like stick to that shit in season 2, because remember we have those ninjas. Yeah. Those ones that's ninjas, the stalkers. Now, those motherfuckers were scary as shit because they were legit just be hiding in the dark, and you can kind of hear them just creeping around. The second you try to run, next thing you know, you got like 10 of them around you. So they really got to put their shit together with season 2. My thing is more infected. Period.
Yep.
Season 2 has so much story, and if they actually do like the short episodes, like just 9 episodes, they can easily turn season 2 into, Last of Us Part 2 into season 2 and 3 easily. Because they have so much. It's a 20 plus hour game.
How they're gonna have to do it is split Ellie's and crap, I forgot. And Abby's stories into 2 separate seasons.
Probably.
They're gonna have to.
I don't know how they go about doing it, but yeah, I thought we was gonna get like a little Abby cameo.
Yeah.
Towards the end, I thought that would have been cool.
I gotta say though, I didn't realize how similar the voice actress of Ellie looked exactly like the actress of Ellie. For a second, I was like, is that her older sister playing the role of her mother? Looked
I didn't see that.
It looked amazingly similar, and the fact that the voice was originally Ellie. So it was just like, I was like, that looks like it could be her sister, her older sister, playing the role of a mother. So I was like, I need to find out who this is. So I waited till the very end, and I'm like, oh, it's the original voice actress.
You don't know what she looked like?
No, I didn't know what she looked like.
She was I was like, oh crap. She was the waitress. She was the waitress in the first Avengers movie.
Okay.
Thing is, she had a longer scene with Captain America, but they cut that out, so she only had like the news scene, and then she was also Mel Gibson's daughter in What Women Want. Great movie, by the way. I love that movie. But
what about What Men Want?
That shit was trash. I bought that shit too for $5. That shit was so trash.
When they have to take an original idea like Ghostbusters and have to just gender swap the cast, you know it's going to be trash.
And I knew it was going to be rated R because let's be real. A chick listening to guys' thoughts. But Stop acting like women don't be thinking like that too.
Yeah.
I was just like, come on, damn. The second a nigga could throw on some gray sweatpants, that movie is turning into R, rated R.
What a woman wants is just like, please, just be gay. Please, just be gay. No, if he's gay, then what if just please, let's be gay? It's like I'm gay. It's like, oh, thank goodness in her head. It's just.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man, I love that movie.
Oh.
I love that movie. You can't go wrong with that. That was Mel Gibson. Fuck with anybody. So I don't care about what the stuff he's done. You know what I'm saying? He had a troubled past. Mel Gibson is my boy.
I don't care. Mel Gibson's my boy. Like, that's the thing. I don't care about an actor. I care about the characters they portray. That's all it's about.
I care about the body of work.
Yeah.
Unless he's,
I don't give a crap about someone's politics, but if they do an amazing job as a character, I'm going to respect that character.
Okay, so would you still listen to R. Kelly?
I don't really know much of his songs to begin with.
Oh, okay.
And honestly, I don't know what he's done.
Nigga. All the kids, bro.
All I know is that he pissed on kid, 16-year-olds. That's all I know. That's all I know.
I'm not kid. It's kid.
Okay.
So no, I don't even know how many, but that motherfucker, he's going away for the rest of his life. But different story. By the way, we've been listening to R. Kelly at work for like the past week and a half. Like, what the fuck? Is somebody trying to say something here? But anyway, overall, I thought it was a good season finale. Again, it felt a little unfinished, but it was faithful to the show.
Source material.
I give it 8.7. You give it a 6.
And that's me being nice. You got to admit, that's me being nice.
There is some stuff being improved. You not saying you give it a 6. I can't even argue with that because it does have a lot of stuff that they need to improve on. But overall, I thought it was a really good show.
Yeah, Pedro Pascal as Joel, amazing.
You could also tell this show is a letdown for me because at the beginning of this, I said it's going to be a 9. Anything lower than a 9 is a disappointment, and it was an 8.7.
Oh, because that's the game.
And even then, I think if I rewatch it again from start to finish, do a little marathon, it might go lower than that. It honestly might, because there's some episodes and some scenes I'm just like, I think I'm being biased here. I got to rewatch it. So I think maybe Friday but I think before me, you, and Fox jump on, I'm gonna end up watching all the episodes so I can really get a clear view on it.
Yeah, that's probably smart. Because for me, I remember all of it. Because for me, things that stand out as an issue for me always stand out and will remain standing out. Yeah. Like that's how I know. Like, I'll start talking about something and I'll just start complaining about one little aspect because it bothered me while I was watching it, and it'll bother me from then on. It'll always be the case. Just like in Stranger Things, the filler episode that they had, the one filler episode, which served no point to the story other than to...
Stranger Things? What filler episode?
Where she goes to find her sister.
Oh, is it the episode where she's with like the cool kids and then she's learning her Bro, everybody and their mama hated that episode. Mm-hmm. I thought it was cool.
It's filler. And that Indian...
I thought it was cool because you notice that we're in season, I think 5?
That's where we are.
Or 4, and they've never brought them back.
Exactly.
They never.
Exactly my point. I know this isn't about Stranger Things, coming back, but that's exactly my point. They were filler. They were absolutely unnecessary. Somebody was unable to tell that Indian chick that she could not act. She was unable to act. I absolutely did not like her the second I saw her. Oh.
Well, I digress. Indians?
What?
You ever think against Indians?
Oh, they're amazing actors. Hey, you need to watch. You need to watch some of the movies I've told you.
I know. I still need to. I'm getting my tubes taken out Friday. I might just sit back and watch those.
Your tubes?
I said tooth, motherfucker. Okay. Tooth.
Yeah, but The Last of Us, it was a letdown for me, and honestly, it might go even lower as we start discussing it more and more. That's the thing. The more I talk about something, the more I start defending my stance and realizing more and more red flags as other people talk about other things. And then it's that's never positive.
As y'all heard him tally up my score is 8.7. I liked it. There's a lot of things that could have been changed. There's some stuff they could have did to improve on it. So I thought it could have been better. But overall, it's a good show. It's a great adaptation of a video game. Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey, great performances. Of course, Nick Offerman, and I forgot the guy plays Frank. nigga's name was fuck, I forgot it. Murray something. They're easily cleaning up. They're easily getting Emmys. They're getting Emmys and Golden Globes or nominations because they killed that in episode 3.
Yeah, they did. That was an amazing job. But that's the thing.
Yes, but
I gave it a 6. It might go down. I just gave it a 6 off the top of my head, trying to be generous. I was trying to be generous, but then again, I go back to this is a visual media. They could do so much more. They also can't do as much as some things like playing a game. That's why they got rid of some of the action, which I didn't mind. I didn't mind. But however,
they got rid of the clicker. They got rid of the infected though.
Yeah, exactly.
Doing that.
And the thing is, like, by doing so much of that, they got rid of a lot of the core aspects of the story. They turned 3 chapters into 1 episode, which basically made that episode feel unnecessary because everything was rushed through. So many little things that they did that just brushed past, and then they'd sprinkle in things here and there which were irrelevant to the actual story in the long scheme of things. So I would still say the game was far better, far greater than this adaptation, which in my eyes failed to really make it something special and even unique in its own right. They started out strong, but they dropped the ball hard. That's the problem.
I just realized I'm on the build chapter right now in the game. Because you were saying, like, have I got to that part? Like, I just realized I'm literally on that chapter right now. But yeah, I like I said, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Let's hope season 2 was a lot better. Like I said, I did love Pedro Pascal as soon as he started being more fatherly towards Ellie. I thought that was just great. I thought that was great.
Yeah.
But I think we can wrap this up.
Yeah. Apparently, there are no post-apocalyptic creatures in the post-apocalypse. We're safe.
Basically. But hey, thank y'all for watching. I'm Big Daddy Mo. That's EL-SCRIBBLER. Thoughts on The Last of Us? Comment down below. Let us know what you think. Anything else?
Yeah. 1 tool plus 1 tool equals 2 tools. Yeah, I said it. Don't be disappointed.
Toodles. Fucking guy.